Marcel
There he
rejoins
is.
out there. Look at that.
Yeah.
That is a solid backdrop there, Marcel. Thanks for joining us, buddy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, that 98 over his left shoulder is former TSU standout Anthony Pleasant. So that's that's good stuff there. Were he and your dad teammates, Marcel?
No clue at all.
No clue. Gotcha. Can we do something with his volume, Justin?
I'm adjusting it a little bit.
Okay.
So it should get better. Yeah.
Okay. Um, Marcel, congratulations first off on the commitment to Texas A&M, and kind of happened pretty quickly as far as social media goes. I mean, you decommitted yesterday from Ole Miss, and you committed to A&M just within hours of each other. Kind of take us through the process that got you from Oxford to College Station.
I just fell in love with College Station. Coach Fisher and Coach Craig, what they're doing over there, I think they're going to have a very impactful season next year. And it's a very young team. A lot of people don't understand that, and it's close to family out there. My dad's from Texas, so I think it's just a good fit for me.
And also a former TSU coach, Kevin Mashak, is on the coaching staff out at A&M. Did that help?
Well, it helped a little bit knowing that he's on the staff over there. It's like I've known him my whole life, and it's like a second father or mentor for me. So that's going to be good for me up there.
I will tell you, Marcel, this breaks my heart in a little way because I was really looking forward to that Chris Parson, Marcel Reed Egg Bowl. But the fact is that this is a great move for you. I mean, this is a team that gives you an opportunity to probably play pretty quickly, based off of what we've seen out of their quarterback room. Do you feel like that's an opportunity to give that you can give yourself a chance to get on the field pretty quick at Texas A&M?
Yeah, it might be an opportunity. I'm just looking into going, learning the playbook and competing, and whatever happens. They have a freshman quarterback in there right now, Connor Wigman, and he's pretty good. So I'm looking to, probably be under him for the first year, learn some things, and then, like I said, whatever happens on the next year.
I gotta ask, Marcel, because situations like this for so many people, it's a zero-sum game. This is great for Texas A&M. This is awful for Ole Miss. What was your feeling? What were your feelings regarding Ole Miss as you came closer to tomorrow's start of the December signing period?
Nothing really happened that fell off. I think Texas A&M has always been a top contender in my recruitment, and before I committed to Ole Miss, they had a commit already who ended up decommitting, and they just started picking up recruiting me recently. And they did a really good job with the little time that they had. They impressed me a lot, and like I said, nothing really fell off Ole Miss wise in recruiting, but I think that Texas A&M just, put their best foot forward, and I really loved it. And like I said, it's just probably the best option for me.
Marcel Reed, 4-year starting quarterback at Montgomery Bell Academy, 2022 Division II AAA, Mr. Football and Texas A&M commitment, joining us here on Main Street Sports Today, presented by Mid-Tennessee Bone and Joint. Marcel, noticed on your Twitter account that you had also had some contact with Auburn and Coach Hugh Freeze and his staff coming down the stretch here. Where were they in the mix for you?
Auburn they were kind of in there. I never really got the offer from Auburn. So I got a text or call from Coach Freeze, and we had some conversations. Went up there, had an official visit, and I think they were still on a guy that they had while they were at Liberty, and they weren't sure just because I guess they'd never seen me camp there, or at Liberty. Coach could never see me throw in person, so I think he was skeptical about pulling the trigger on me. But I mean, Auburn was up there. If they would have given the offer, it would have been a hard decision for me to make.
Well, and ironically, recruited by former Auburn quarterback Damian Craig, who is the wide receivers coach at Texas A&M. So that had to be a fun trip or a fun recruiting visit with a guy like him, who's played in the SEC and probably gives you plenty of knowledge as to what goes into having, to be a quarterback in this league.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He talked to me about Auburn also when I was up there. I mean, he knows about it. He's played there, and he's like, man, if you go there, you got records to break. I'm not talking about Cam Newton, not talking about any other quarterback. My records, I got the records up there. I was like, yeah, it's going to be pretty hard to do, but I felt comfortable making the decision going to A&M just to be under his wing.
Marcel, Chris kind of spoke to it a little bit. Pretty tumultuous season this past year out at A&M, and Jimbo Fisher caught a lot of heat from a lot of different directions this past season. I mean, what impact did the 2022 season have on you in making your decision?
Didn't have too much of an impact. A lot of people don't understand, like I said, that it's a young team, and many of their games were very close to some really good teams. I mean, the SEC is hard to play in no matter what. You saw a lot of teams this year that you would expect to have really good records that were, down and up. So, I mean, you can't really make that argument in my opinion. And I think that 2022 class is great, and they're going to improve. They're going to get bigger, stronger, and better. And then adding this 2023 class is going to make that team even better. And, I mean, it just comes down to, executing, finishing. Coach Fisher said that a lot. And, they showed late in the season against LSU how to finish. They had a really good game against them. So didn't really play too much in my recruitment. I'm really worried about, my development and the team's success. Obviously, when I get there, I can't really control what happened in the season before. So it's just about, me going in, doing my job, and trying to get the team some wins, and just, learning from Coach Fisher and Coach Craig, and, being a student of the game.
Marcel, how do you feel like 4 years starting at MBA, starting for Marty Uverard, playing in the ultra competitive Division II AAA in this state? How do you feel like that prepares you for going to Texas A&M and competing in that quarterback room?
I think it prepares me a lot. I think I've, grown a lot as a player. I was blessed enough to be a freshman that was playing on the field, just growing through experience and learning the game and the speed of the game, trying to catch up with it. It's helped a lot. And I think it's also helped just because, that league that we're in, I'm not going to compare it to the SEC, but it's a lot like it, just team-wise. You never know what can happen. Every team is good. There can be a win. There can be a loss. It's going to be a fight every week, and that's what I'm going to expect when I get into college too. So I think Coach Uverard has done a great job with me since my freshman year, and I'm really appreciative for him. I think that high school football has done me well, and I'm just ready to, start this next journey.
I remember when you were a baseball guy, you're still a basketball guy as well. How obviously you can't argue with the decision, but how did you come to the decision to focus on football?
It was honestly about time. I mean, I just don't think I had the time to, play basketball and baseball in the summer. I mean, I really love football, just being with my guys in the summer on, some morning workouts, and then playing that fall season with them. I enjoyed it a lot. So I think I had to put baseball and basketball aside just to make time for football. And it was a good choice for me, honestly. It paid off. So just happy I made it.
Marcel, one quick question here. Just, what when you look back at the coaching history of Jimbo Fisher, he's coached the national championship winner, the Heisman Trophy winner, Jameis Winston, and he's had a lot of great quarterbacks over the years. His experience in coaching some of the biggest quarterbacks in the history of the game, college football wise, how much of an impact did that have on you wanting to go and be a part of what he has going versus Lane Kiffin, who has also been a kind of a quarterback whisperer of sorts?
It played a big part in it. That's really what turned the tables for me. I was impressed on his record of quarterbacks and what he's done, his development. The yards passing they've had, the draft picks, having a lot of first rounders. I think that shows a lot about coach and what he can do to develop a quarterback. And I was just really intrigued by that. I was very impressed by it, and that's one thing that really led me to make that decision.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing you in the SEC. I think it's going to be, and certainly glad that you're going to be as far away from Tennessee as possible, because we certainly don't want to see you too many times over the years, and maybe we'll see you in Atlanta a couple times. But
here's the great thing about this: the wardrobe doesn't have to change a whole lot.
That's right.
Not really. Yep. Happy about that one.
Yeah, the color scheme is solid. You just keep wearing the same gear, man. That's awesome.
Same pattern.
Well, Marcel, I don't have anything else. Mo, if you've got anything, feel free.
No, we're going to let him go on because he's got a basketball game to get ready for, making his season.
Who are y'all playing tonight, Marcel? Who do y'all play tonight?
We're playing Christian County. I think a team out of Kentucky.
They are, yes. Hop
yeah,
down.
we're in a Riverdale Classic, I think.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yes, sir.
Well, we had two games on the schedule, and we didn't know which one was actually the right one. So now we know, Mo.
Yes, we do. Thanks for clearing that up for us, Marcel.
Of course.
We appreciate it. We appreciate your time. Good luck tonight. And tell Kevin Anglin and Ron McMahon I said hey. And we will keep an eye on you, man. Marcel Reed, MBA, 4-year starter at quarterback and newest Texas A&M commit, with us here on Main Street Sports today. Thanks, Marcel.
Thank you guys for having me.